Teddy, who wins this fight, Bradley or Marquez?
Well, I mean, you're dealing with Bradley coming off the Provodnikov fight where he was damaged. I mean, that scares me a little bit. How badly he was hurt with all those punches. And at the end of the fight, he actually had to take a knee, which was smart on his part, to survive not getting knocked out. So you wonder about the repercussions of that fight. You know, especially when he talked about for 2 months, he still had concussion-like symptoms. And with Marquez, well, Marquez is 40 years old. He's 10 years older than Bradley. So to me, 2 questions for the fight. Is Bradley too damaged? And is Marquez too old? And one of the things I think about with Marquez, I think a little bit about Duran and Leonard. You know, the first time Duran fought Leonard, even though Duran had done great things as a lightweight champion, that was his marquee fight. That was his career fight. That was his legacy fight. And after that, he dropped down a little bit, emotionally, mentally, preparation. I wonder if that happens to Marquez, because as much as Marquez has done in his 61 fights, that win against Mr. Pacquiao, that was his legacy fight. That was his career fight. Does he drop off a little bit like Duran? I'm going to go on a limb, unlike my 2 men out there. I'm not going to go with the chalk, and I love those guys. I'm glad there's big fights every once in a while. Otherwise, I never get to see my man Steven, so I'm glad I get to see him maybe twice a year because there's a big fight. Even if they have to put me in a parking lot over here in Las Vegas, it's okay. I get to see him, but I'm not going to go with the chalk. I'm going to say Bradley, who hasn't learned how to lose yet, I'm going to say he's going to use his legs, and he better use his legs. He better not get trapped in any spots and get caught. He's going to use his legs all night long to win a decision against Marquez.
Teddy, always beautiful to see you, my man. Always beautiful to see you. I got to tell you, I watched that Bradley Provodnikov fight, and I got to tell you, this dude, Bradley, I give him credit for acknowledging that he was concussed even 2 months later, because this dude got beat up. And I love Bradley. He's in shape. He's tough as nails. He's got he's got the heart of a lion. But Teddy, what alarms me about Bradley is he doesn't know how to run. He doesn't know how to back up. And if Marquez hurts him, I think Marquez is polished and gifted enough to finish him. What are your thoughts about that, especially in light of his last fight?
Listen, what you said is all right. I mean, Marquez has 50 knockouts. He can punch. Marquez has never been stopped. He's got a good chin. He's got 61 fights, but he's coming off the biggest fight of his career. I'm looking for a little bit of a flat, a little bit of a drop-off. But here's the thing about Marquez. Yes, everything you said is right, but he's not a seek-and-destroy guy. He's not a go-get-you guy. He's a counterpuncher. He's a guy that likes you to come to him just like Pacquiao did, and then he'll drop the hammer on you. But he's not good, especially at 40. Those legs don't work as good. They're not as good as your legs, Steven, where he can go forward at 40 years old and go track you down. If he's got to go forward, if he's got to track Bradley down and not have Bradley come to him, there's a chance, and I'm going to go with that chance, that Bradley can use his legs. I remember the Provodnikov fight. There's a reason why they gave it to him. They gave it to him because when he didn't get dropped, there was a lot of rounds where Bradley navigated around the ring, used those legs. He can do it. If he can use those legs, not stay in the spots, not be aggressive, not show that heart of a lion in an aggressive fashion, show it in a disciplined way, show it in a professional way, by using your legs, staying to the fight plan, staying away from Marquez, make Marquez come out of his style, make him come forward when he doesn't like to come forward, make him reach a little bit, and counterpunch the counterpuncher. If Bradley can do that, Bradley gets the win.
Okay, so Teddy, if you're right about this, and Bradley does survive this fight, who would have the best shot then against Floyd? Would it be Bradley, or would it be Danny Garcia, who we saw look so spectacular on the undercard of the Canelo fight?
You know, I'm going to throw a curveball at you. You know, I would probably have to say Danny Garcia, although I think Danny Garcia might be a little light in the fanny. He might be a little too small and not be able to really deal with Mayweather in some of the quarters he had to deal. But I'm going to go with something you're never going to see, but you could see it if people wanted to. I'm going to go with a catchweight fight like the old days where Golovkin Golovkin could drop in. That guy's a good puncher. That guy had a silver medal from the Olympics. He's an undefeated middleweight champ, but he could drop down. I've been told he can make 154 with his eyes closed. So if he could drop down, he's a good body puncher, but more importantly, he understands the right approach of what to do with different styles, having that great amateur pedigree, unlike Canelo. And I think Golovkin would have the best chance against Mayweather, but there's only one problem. Golovkin, they're going to say he's too big, and I don't think he has to be too big.
He is.
But he doesn't have the marquee. He doesn't have the star yet to bring the money for Floyd to say yeah.
Yeah, but let me tell you something, Teddy. He's about to. Golovkin is big time. This dude's a body snatcher, Skip. He's got power in both hands. He knows how to cut off the ring. He knows how to be aggressive. He's entirely too big for Floyd Mayweather Jr., Teddy, and you know it. I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen, Skip and Teddy. Whether it's Bradley or Marquez, because if Bradley wins, he's an Arum fighter, even though Pacquiao is too. If Pacquiao wins big, his next fight, I think it's still a shot that Pacquiao fights Floyd Mayweather Jr. I think that's what's going to happen.
You
Teddy
do?
Atlas. Yes.
Yeah, listen, if Pacquiao, hey, listen, that doesn't make you Nostradamus, Stephen. Calm down. Calm down a little bit. I mean, really. I mean, yeah. I mean, come on. Pacquiao's a big star. He's a big name. He got knocked out by Marquez. All he has to do is rejuvenate himself. If he gets past Rios, and that's still an if, but Rios is an easy guy to hit. Rios is slow. Rios is there to be cannon fodder for Pacquiao. But Pacquiao coming off that devastating knockout, you don't know what he's going to be.